All right. Morning, y'all. Man, let me tell y'all. So, decided yesterday I was going to start uploading these videos to YouTube, and I got a chance to glance over and gloss over the videos that I took. Man, oh man, let me tell you something. All those videos, whoever's watching this, and I started looking at the definition, at least in this, with this camera that I have here, it's a little screen that I have here. It's less than it's about an inch, 1 inch by 1 inch screen on this screen on this camera. And my goodness, I was looking at all the gray hairs and unshavenness, and oh my gosh, wow, what a rough looking cat. Hair all in my nose. Woo! Well, it's okay. I'm not here to impress nobody but myself and my wife. That's it. So take me as I am. Take me as I am. Because like I said before, if I didn't say it today, I'm going to say it again. Ain't nothing like a cancer diagnosis to change your perspective on things. Nothing at all. Oh my gosh. Today is a good day. Let me tell you something. I'll say it again. I'm trying to think of the name of this. I guess it's John Moore's Cancer Center. Really, really good people here. Really good people. And, you know, I would think that working with a lot of people who have cancer, and I think, and I believe now, I don't know any more than what I know on the subject, but obviously radiation comes well before chemotherapy. I would think now, at least in my situation, they're going to do radiation, and then after these sessions are complete, then they will be removing the cancer via surgery. And I would think that working with people who are possibly, I don't know if radiation if you get terminal prior to I don't know. But the bottom line is there's some good people here, and it would seem like working with certain people sometimes would kind of drive you a little crazy. Not drive you crazy, but like for instance, I worked at Trader Joe's. And I had a lot of friends that would say, man, how can you work at Trader Joe's? They're too friendly there. They're too friendly. And I laugh because it's funny, but when you're an employee there, or when you're actually, if you know anything about Trader Joe's, man, you appreciate walking to a store where the employees actually come up to you and say, hey, you need some help? Can I help you? You know, what are you looking for? And even when you say, hey, I'm looking for cottage cheese, they'll ask you, well, what are you using it for? What are you cooking with it? Or what are you using it for? And then they'll make suggestions on, have you ever tried cottage cheese with peaches? Or, you know, I thought to me, that's what a store or anywhere you get service is all about, right? Don't you think so? I mean, when you come in, you want to be able to be greeted and not feel like, you don't want to feel like, oh, here's another customer. You want to feel special. And that's what Trader Joe's is all about. And I say all that to tie into the fact that these employees here are really great. You know, they ask you things like, what do you got going on for the day? What are you doing? And I tell them what I'm doing sometimes. Other times I say, this is happening. Or I even mentioned the podcast that I'm working on, like today. They brought it up. Hey, when are you guys releasing your podcast? Or one employee even asked me when I was talking about the nonprofit organization I was working with. Actually said, "Hey, we checked out the nonprofit. You guys are doing really a lot of work in the neighborhood over there." And it really makes you feel like, wow, they really are paying attention. Now, it could just be because I'm just that kind of guy, and they're curious and nosy, or I don't know. It just really makes you feel special. I just thought that for me, and I think I was going through a couple of the videos that I sent, and I was talking about race and racism and all types of things. I went from total up and down the sphere of conversations and subject topics, and I think as long as I've been walking this earth, I've always seemed to be as a 6'3" black man. I always get accused of being a professional football player. Who do you play for? What team did you play for? Whatever. So there's always that air of people thinking that you are, if you're not a sports athlete, you're an entertainer of some type. And it just can't be that I'm just a regular guy. And so sometimes you think that they're just being nosy. I don't know. But it's a good feeling to come in and actually know that they're asking questions, and they're not just asking questions to be asking questions, or they're not just trying to be nosy, particularly at 6:30 in the morning. The majority of my appointments have been early in the morning. I've been blessed with that. So, yeah, you don't have to ask or you have to say nothing, because I understand how it is working with people who have to have their morning cup of coffee. And it's not for everybody, getting up early in the morning. I prefer it myself. I think it's a great way to start your day. Oh, man. So, today I am going to be working on the podcast today, and I'm looking forward to it. Physically, again, I'm feeling better. I went and I actually had some x-rays, as I was mentioning to you before, about all the different niggling injuries and pains and things going on in my body. So I'm going through and checking on them and checking up on them. I've actually went through and had some x-rays on my hand and wrist. And it's funny because I don't think I've ever had let me get this here right. I don't think I've ever had, maybe this will be the way I do it from now, instead of up my nose like last time, or like when I was looking in the camera. But I don't think I've ever had an x-ray on my hand and wrist, because I'm right-handed. So they went through and they're checking, they did x-rays on my hand, so to see whether I might have some arthritis in my hand. And that's my it's the hand I use the least. I am right-handed, so the one I use most favored use hand is my right. But my left hand my left hand and wrist has been having some problems. So as I'm going through with my doctor and went through this x-rays and just checking on my body, as I mentioned to you before, and as you know. I think that's about it. So Thursday, trash day at home, and life is good. I am happy to be me. All right, I'm out. I'll talk to you later. Peace. Sammy D.